everyone. Welcome back to the Bestie Talk podcast. I'm your host, Kiannajit, and today we have Ask Your Besties. This is honestly one of my favorite, these are my favorite videos to film because they're actual questions from you guys that want to be answered, that need to be answered. I've been there before, needing help and needing insight on a topic and a question, and not really having a family member or a friend to go to ask these questions. So I love that I'm able to do that for you guys. And there's a theme definitely with today's questions. A lot of them are centered around friends. I don't know if maybe because you guys see me talk about my friendship trauma that I'm gravitating. I am luring you guys in with these types of topics, but I definitely feel like I have some experience with all of these questions today. So the first question is, how do you handle friendship breakups? The very first thing I want you to realize is that it is a breakup. Treat it like a love breakup. The exact way you would treat a romantic partner's breakup, you should treat your friends. If anything, I feel like it's even more intense because especially if you had that type of friendship relationship with this person that you didn't necessarily have with a romantic person, it can be a little bit more intense. So treat it the same exact way. For me, I threw out everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. I'm a huge believer that items hold residual energy and just hold trauma. Just like our bodies hold trauma, I feel like items hold trauma. So, I threw everything away when I had my most recent friendship breakup trauma situation. This person was really in my life. They were a big part of my wedding, and they were really in my life, and so I had a lot of stuff. And so I threw out cards and letters that they had given me. I threw out clothes that they had given me. I threw out clothes that she had this sweater that she would always wear of mine, and I threw that out. I just threw out anything that reminded me of this person or reminded me of the trauma that they have given me or anything like that. And it seriously helps so much. It's a form of a physical release because yes, you can release all day in your head. I release this person, I release this person, I release this person. But releasing that trauma, of the stuff that they've had or have given you that are in your everyday life, because you're going to keep those obviously in your home or in your car, or in your workplace. And that energy is staying in there. So just releasing all of it helped me so much. I also wrote a letter to that person and burnt it, and oh my god, that helped me so much, just releasing them completely and letting go, because you need to be able to let go and forgive to be able to move on. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that, just being able to let go of it, because if you don't let go of it and forgive and will never say forgive and forget, because you can never, I personally feel you can't forget, but I'll forgive you. I'll forgive you for the shit that you've done to me, but I will never forget it. So you need to be able to forgive somebody for new stuff to be able to come in. I also feel like this goes with, your phone and pictures and videos and stuff like that. But I think I've dealt with, and I've heard from other people, how do you handle having somebody that was so invested in your life or so involved in your life, and now they're gone and they inhabit all of your memories? What do you do? And like I said, this person that I had healed from was literally in my wedding. They inhabit the memories of my wedding. Their voice is talking on my wedding video, and that's something obviously I can't go back and change that. Unfortunately, I can't go back and change it, but I'm not going to allow that person and that person's hate and the hate that they spew out and just the trauma that they've caused me completely destroy my idea and my thoughts of something so important to me like my wedding day. I'm just not going to let that happen. And so you need to make that decision too. I'm not going to let it happen. That it's so simple. Like it's the simple saying, I'm not going to let them destroy my memories that are so sacred to me. Even if it's just a simple memory of like, oh, walking to a park or something like that. Still, memories are so important to us. They're so vital, I feel like, to just be able to remember this is where I was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. They're so vital to us as humans. So do not let somebody like a friend who's hurt you and has really destroyed you inhabit these memories and make you try to forget them and make you completely like burn them off. Do not let that happen. Just like, a relationship, right? You don't want that person, just because of what they've done to you, completely destroy every aspect in your life. And that's where I feel like the letting go and the releasing of that person truly helps. Something for me, you guys probably know this, I say it till I'm blue in the face, but journaling is going to help you so much. Just getting that shit out. Getting it the fuck out. Sometimes talking to somebody just doesn't do it because, some people just try to give you advice when you don't want advice or whatever, or maybe you don't have somebody that you can get it out to. Journal that shit down, write it down, write how they made you feel, write what they did to you, write how you feel now, right? If you're angry, if you're sad, if you're happy, if you're mad. And also remember, it's okay to miss them. Like, that's something that I struggled with for like, I would say maybe like 8 months post all the shit that had happened. I was like, there was things that like would come up or like I would see and I'm like, oh my God, she'd fucking love that. Or like, it reminds me of like a time that was hella funny and we laughed our asses off or whatever. I used to get so upset with myself, like, what the fuck? Like, where did that fucking memory come from? Where did that fucking feeling come from? Like, excuse me, this person like tried to destroy my, let's get that clear, try to destroy my life, has fucking done crazy things to me, has like done brujeria and all of that shit to me. Why the fuck would I even like have that like thought? That's normal. You've spent so much time with somebody. There was once love there. There was once happiness there. There was once like laughter and like happy times. Like, they weren't horrible 24 fucking 7. If they were horrible 24/7, then they would have never been your friend to begin with. Or if you're looking at it in a relationship aspect, they would have never been your partner to begin with. They had charmed you in some way. They had made you laugh in some way. They had made you feel a good feeling in some way. And that's normal to miss those. It's normal to see things and get reminded by a person and laugh or be like, shit, that was hella funny or whatever. And once you start to understand that that's normal, I'm not weird, I'm not wrong, I'm not going to fall back into it. None of that. Like, and understand that and accept that. I promise you will start to feel better, because that is truly releasing and forgiving. That being able to hear that person's name or be able to be reminded of that person and not feel immediately triggered, that's when you know you have healed from someone. When you're not like angry every single time you hear their name, or anytime something is brought to your attention about them and you're not like, oh, like I'm fucking pissed. That's when you know you've truly healed from it. In any type of relationship, friendship, relationship, does not matter. That's how you know that you've truly healed. Okay, so moving on to our next question. It says, let's say you're someone that has always had toxic relationships and now you're in a new friend group and they are totally opposite of what you're used to. So you're unsure how to be a good friend. Number 1, communication is key. Communicate with your friends. If there's things that like maybe you feel are being lacked, or maybe that maybe you're insecure about, or you're worried about, like, I don't know if I'm being a good friend or not, or I feel like they could be a better friend to me, like regardless of anything, communication is key. I know women are really intuitive beings to begin with. So sometimes we just feel like people should read our minds, but I'm here to tell you, unfortunately, that is not the case. And some of us just have a lot going on to be able to see how we're being perceived from other people. Like, maybe your friends have a bunch of different things going on in their lives. So they're not sitting there thinking like, oh, how does this person think I feel about them? Because they've got so many other things going on in their life. So communication is key. And then Also, I think a good rule of thumb is treat your friends how you would want to be treated. So everything that you would want in a friendship, everything that you're looking for, do for your friend. And that will just help you feel better about yourself and know I am being a good friend. Like, I'm doing what I would want them to do. So I am being a good friend. And then remember to like listen to your intuition. Your intuition is going to tell you, hey, maybe you should do this better. Or maybe you should do that, or check in on your friend, or do this or do that. Your intuition is going to tell you, especially in moments where ego gets the best of us and we might feel like you start overthinking, because overthinking is ego. A lot of the time people think that ego means, oh my God, they're being egotistical, their head is big, they think they're better than everybody. No, like ego can be anxiety, can be fear, can be overthinking, can be all different types of things. Anything that's pretty much negative, that is what ego is. So sometimes our ego can get the best of us and make us think, oh my God, I'm being a horrible person, when in reality, you're not. You're not being a horrible person at all. And the fact that this is even a concern for you, that I really value this friendship and I really want to continue to have this friendship and I want to make sure that I'm being a good friend, tells me that you are being a really good friend. So listen to your intuition. I could tell just by you asking the question, you're a really good friend, and just keep on keeping on pretty much. Our next question is, people complain about their relationship and ask for advice, but tell their partner everything. I honestly never understood this. I think, I was in an abusive relationship, so I understand the... Oh my God. Friend! Friend! What the hell? Friend? I'm going. Did that happen to you guys too?
Yes. My head hurt. It's just saying someone's missing. Okay. You ready?
No, that was scary. That was so scary. Dad had really bad PTSD with those.
June 4th at 6 o'clock.
That person.
What does that say? What does that mean?
I don't know, but I heard it was something.
That loud noise, I feel like, was a confirmation of something.
No, I heard it was something, like, up here.
Yeah, that it was something aside from the person missing.
That was scary. It scared the shit out of me.
My head hurts.
Tell Angie to do the headache thing, and if it doesn't go away, then I'll do it.
Okay. You think I have something on me? I feel like it's just my own stress.
That's what I'm saying, but I think you need to release it.
Yeah.
Or, like, she can help you.
Okay.
Fuck, I don't... Oh, I was just about to answer a question.
Okay.
Oh, scared the shit. Our next question is, people complain about their relationship and ask for advice, but tell their partner everything. Okay, so I will say this. I have been in an abusive relationship, so I understand the mindset of being in a relationship and feeling so controlled by someone that no matter what, you feel like you can't get out. So I just want to put that on the record. I understand exactly what that is, but I think there's a moment in a relationship, and it doesn't need to be a physical abusive relationship, but just emotionally or verbally abusive, and that goes down to, is this person controlling, is this person manipulative, are they a narcissist, things like that. That all goes down to me, an abusive relationship. So it can get a little frustrating being, because like I said, I've been the person in the relationship, but I've also been the friend that has given the advice to my friend about being in an abusive relationship and trying to get out. And so sometimes that can be a little fucking frustrating, just being the friend that's like, what is wrong with you? Get out. This person is abusive. This person is horrible. Get the fuck out of the relationship, and just kind of wanting to fucking shake your friend's shoulders and be like, wake up. But unfortunately, they are not going to leave or take your advice until they choose to do that. They have to choose themselves first. And until that day comes, it's unfortunate, but they're not going to take your advice. So at the end of the day, it's almost like beating a fucking dead horse. You can tell them till you're blue in the face, do this, do that. It'll help. It'll make it everything better. And then they're just going to go and run and tell their partner, or they're just going to not listen to the advice you take because they're not ready to leave that relationship. And you as the friend, you have two choices to make. You can continue to waste your breath and continue to tell them advice and continue to do all the things that they're asking you to do in those moments, or you can learn from all of the times that they've tried or that they've asked you for advice and just be like, you know what, when you're ready to leave, you call me. But until then, I just can't. I have to put a boundary up. It's getting frustrating for me. It's getting tiring on my end that I continue to give this advice to you. And it takes a lot out. Like giving, I think people don't realize that being like I said, I've been on both ends. I didn't realize that when I was in a abusive relationship, how tiring it can be as the friend to continue to see somebody that you love be in a relationship or be in a dynamic that is so like detrimental to them. And you're trying to get them out, but no matter what you do, you can't get them out. That's fucking exhausting and it's frustrating. And sometimes you kind of just have to take a step back, and it's okay to take that step back. It's like having a family member who is a drug addict. That is so hard. That is like one of the hardest things ever, to watch someone you love literally slowly kill themselves. But are you going to exhaust yourself? Because that is the choice they are making. They're actively making that choice. It sucks. It's a sickness. It's literally like a mental illness that they can't fucking control. And it's really, really hard, but you have to wait until they choose to choose themselves. So really take my advice, take a step back, and just to kind of evaluate the situation. Next time your friend, asks for advice about their relationship, just say, you know what, honestly, I'm really tired. I don't really have the energy to talk about this right now. Can we talk about something else? Or I'll talk to you later. And once you continue to put up those boundaries, if that friend doesn't accept or respect those boundaries, then it's time for you to walk. And it's time for you to choose yourself, because they're not choosing themselves and they're not choosing you for damn sure. Okay. Our next question. Go for the fucking hot younger guy or go for the sweet older guy? And I'm going to tell you, when I got that question, I literally sat there and I was like, okay, well, I don't know. Because at the end of the day, I know how cliche looks don't matter, but do they matter to you? Because looks may matter to me and they may be very important to me, but do they matter to you? At the end of the day, do you want somebody who is fucking hot, who has got everything, the body, the swag, the everything? Like he's the package. Like, ooh, child, like he looks good. Is that important to you? Or is it not? And it's okay if it is. I hate that stupid stigma of like, oh my God, looks matter. Like you're wrong. No, if looks matter to you, that's okay. Choose somebody that you are attracted to. Choose somebody that you're going to feel like a crazy attraction to. Like that's totally fine if that's something that's important to you. But it's also okay if it's not important to you. If, it's more important that this person, the older guy, is super sweet and he's gentle and he's kind and he's caring, then go for that. I always tell anybody that asks me for advice about anything, especially when it comes to choosing something, I always tell them to make a list. I want you to literally write hot fucking guy's name, okay, on the left side, and sweet old guy on the right side. And I want you to literally go down the list of what does hot fucking guy have to offer you? Like, what does he do for work? How does he act around you? How does he make you feel? What are the attributes you like about him? What are the attributes you don't like about him? And same thing with old guy. And that alone, just doing that will tell you, and even just the thought of doing that, whatever just popped into your head the second you heard me telling you to make a list, that told you your answer right then and there. With anything in life, whatever you have to choose between two things and you have to write down a list, and the thought of it, your answer's already chosen, because you know at the end of the day what you truly fucking want, not because overthinking it. So stop overthinking it. You know exactly what you truly want, and make that fucking list, girl. Ooh, child, you're gonna see exactly what you want, I promise you. Okay, we are on our last question, which is leaps of faith. How the fuck do you continue to take leaps of faith? So I'm about to take a huge leap of faith right now. It's coming up very soon. It's something I'm really excited about, but it's something I am also scared shitless for. This is something, secret to only the besties that actually listen to the Bestie Talk podcast that are going to know something is coming. And it's a huge leap of faith, because this is something that people can really judge me for. And, I might lose a couple supporters, or I might gain a couple, regardless. But I have taken leaps of faith my whole career. When I first started, I took a leap of faith, and literally this day I got licensed, I went and got my first spot in a salon. And then, in the middle of COVID, not even the middle, like the height of fucking COVID, I decided I wanted to open a fucking salon. July of 2020, I decided to open it. A year later, I decided to open up a second salon. My husband opening up the record store, me doing this podcast, me posting content online, like all of those things. Those are huge leaps of faith. Those are things that I know that people would easily talk themselves out of. But the biggest reason why I take huge leaps of faith is because I trust my intuition. I know that my intuition will always have my back. That gut instinct that you feel in your body, the little voice that's in the back of your head, that is your intuition. And I promise you, the second that you start listening to it, whatever you've got going on in your life, whatever leap of faith that you're scared to take on, and the jump that you're about to make, I promise you, oh my God, it's going to pay off. Imagine if I didn't listen to my intuition. I wouldn't be sitting on the fucking couch, this couch right here today, talking to you, to this camera. Like, I wouldn't, because I would have talked myself out of it. My intuition told me, start a podcast. It's people need it. And oh my God, the outpour of love and support that I've gotten from starting the podcast. Imagine if I didn't do it. Same thing with my husband's record store. He listened to his fucking intuition despite so many fucking people talking shit, and so many people telling him it wasn't going to be successful, and so many people not supporting him. It has done so insanely well. Me being a business owner, I know what it takes to run a business. I know that usually when you start a business, you do not see a return for the first couple years. The success that the record store has done has been absolutely astronomical. And and the support and the love that he has gotten from the record store, and so many people being like, this is an amazing thing that you're doing. You're giving our community something good, something valuable, something innocent too. Like, it's not something bad. It's something good for our kids to do. Like, it is. Like, they're just the outpour of love that we have gotten. Imagine if he would have not done it, if he wouldn't have listened to his intuition. Like, that is insane to me. His life, my life, our lives have completely changed. Other people's lives. The regulars that he already has, like all of this stuff, the happiness that it's brought has changed just from listening to his intuition and taking that leap of faith. So whatever leap of faith that you have you want to take on, the next business venture, leaving the job, starting your career, whatever the heck it is, take the leap of faith, babe. If you have your intuition, if you're listening to your intuition, it'll guide you through every aspect in your life. I promise you, there's been many times where I've ignored her and I've talked myself out of it, of whatever the hell it is. And damn, do I kick myself in the ass later on. And I'm like, bitch, I should have started Bestie Talk months ago, like years ago. I should have done it years ago. But and all in due timing. But listen to your intuition, because I promise you, ooh, girl, I can't wait to see what you're about to create. But that is all that we have today for Bestie Talk. I love sitting here and answering your guys' questions. It's so fun. I love the silly little questions too, like the hot fucking. Okay, I want you guys to vote. Who do you think that she should choose? Hot fucking guy or sweet old guy? Like who should our girl Miss Bestie choose? Okay. But I love this segment, and I cannot wait for next week. I genuinely don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of you guys always ask me like, how do you choose what you're going to be talking about? And I honestly have no clue. I usually decide about the day before, because that's what my intuition tells me the day before. But I love you guys so much. I hope you are having an amazing day today. You're going to have an amazing fucking week this week. Okay. I'm speaking it into existence. I want you to say it with me. You're going to have an amazing fucking week this week. Everything that you want, you're going to get. You're going to get business opportunities, abundance, love, success, everything that your little heart can desire. And I will too. And I hope you guys all just have a really fucking good day. I love you so much. Make sure you're subscribing, you're liking, you're commenting, and you're following on Instagram and TikTok and all that good stuff. Okay. I love you guys. Bye.